In total, I've probably spent $500 on DVDs that I don't use. A big portion of that money is due to Best Buy's limited time Steelbooks. And today we're going to go over every single one and rate them. So let's get into it. All right, first Steelbook that we are going to be going over is going to be Logan. Now, Logan is one of my favorite comic book movies, and it's one of the best finales of a character I've ever seen. And it is one of the main pioneers for R-rated comic book movies, since this came out very soon after Deadpool. Now, we got Logan on the front and X-23, and the artwork is just amazing on the front. We also have a Logan, which what it seems to be rusted animanium, which is just so great. The back of the Steelbook's pretty bare, but that's again for us to be able to open it and have it be one whole piece. The spine is very simple and it has Logan on there as well, but I gotta say the Steelbook shines when you open it up. As you can see, it's X-23's hands holding Logan's dog tags. And for a Steelbook, I would normally downgrade for having such a bare back. Because of what's inside of this bad boy, I gotta give this a 9 out of 10. For our next Steelbook, we have Thor Ragnarok. And on the front here, we have Thor, which what it seems to be when he's battling Hulk. And I'm pretty sure this is image grabbed straight from the movie. Then we do have Thor Ragnarok. And what I like about this is that the text is lifted so you can feel it when you run your fingers across. We have a fairly simple spine. And on the back of the Steelbook, we have Thor's helmet, which is what he wears in the arena. Then we have the inside of the Steelbook, which is one of the climactic points in the film where Thor is fighting Hulk. Now, I gotta say, this one is pretty bare bones. Although I love the sleekness of the red and black theme on it, it's just not enough for me. With a lot of the artwork being ripped straight from the film. Even the picture of the inside is ripped from the film. So I gotta say this was pretty low effort. I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 10. Not a recommended purchase. This next one is one of my favorite musicals of all time, and that's gonna be The Greatest Showman. As you can see on the front, we have Hugh Jackman as P.T. Barnum with a lot of the supporting cast in the background. And to be honest, this was a poster that was released with the film. We also have one of my favorite spines with that gold theme right there. And then on the back, we have Zac Efron and Zendaya when they are performing Rewrite the Stars, which is one of my favorite musical beats of the film. Why don't we rewrite the stars? Now, when it comes to the inside of the Steelbook, it looks like we have a couple of character posters and simplistic shots, but really good. I do love the gloss finish of the Steelbook, and it makes it really nice to hold. But with a lot of the Steelbook being repurposed, I'm gonna have to give this one a 6 out of 10. Not a bad purchase, but not my favorite. Now for these next one, this was a set that was released by Best Buy. And since they're very similar, we're not gonna rate these individually, but we're gonna rate them as a group. And if you're wondering what set of Steelbooks would I buy? Well, that's going to be the Captain America movies. Captain America is by far my favorite Avenger, and his movies are some of my favorite in the entirety of the MCU. Now, if you take a look at all of these Steelbooks as seen on screen, you're going to see that they put the poster on the front of each single one of these. I love the first Avenger poster, but I'm not a huge fan of the Winter Soldier or Civil War ones. I think they're very simplistic. So that does weigh down my liking of this set, but I will say the backs of these Steelbooks are amazing as they keep the theme of showing the shield on the back. On the first Avenger Steelbook, we have the OG Captain America shield. On the Winter Soldier Steelbook, we have the stealth shield that he uses in the film. And on the Civil War Steelbook, we have his most common shield, which I feel like they have a missed opportunity here to add Black Panther scratch marks on the shield, because that does happen in this film. The insides of these Steelbooks are pretty simplistic as they just take a shot from the film, even though I really do like that first Avenger one. And this is the Winter Soldier one with a great shot of Cap just hitting someone with his shield. And also he's wearing the OG suit in that, so I kind of like that. And then of course in the Civil War one, we have Team Cap just running down Team Iron Man when one of the best scenes of the movie. Overall, a very simplistic set. Again, I'm happy I own it because I'm a huge fan of the Captain America movies, but I feel like if they were to add any more, the price would have been a little bit higher on this, but it doesn't excuse it, right? So for this one, I'm going to give it a 6.5 on this set. I like them and I'm glad I have them, but I wish there was more. For our next film, this has got to be one of my favorite horror movies, which is pretty crazy because it was the director's first time making a movie, and that is going to be Get Out. directed by Jordan Peele. Right off the bat, we got Daniel Kaluuya, who plays Chris in the movie, front and center. And as you can see, this man has fear in his eyes. Of course, we have Get Out, the title right there, but right below it, we have written and directed by Jordan Peele, which I've never seen a writer or director put their name on the Steelbook, and this might have been because this was his first theatrical debut. Now, I'm a big fan of the simple but complex look, and if you have seen the film, this Steelbook is a lot more than what it seems. So we have the front here, obviously, but if we take a look at the back, we have a teacup. And this is when I noticed that the entire cover is black and white, which is a great homage to the film. And then on the inside, we have a picture of Chris when he's falling into the sunken place. I love a Steelbook that subtly tells the plot of the story by just the look of it. So I got to give this one an 8 out of 10. Alrighty, for this next one, this is one of my favorite animated movies. And the newest one is coming out this year, and I'm super excited for it, and that's going to be Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Now, right off the bat, we got Miles Morales on the front in his suit that he gains at the end of the film with the symbol of the suit right behind him. Again, I love this red and black theme, and also the feel of the Steelbook is very nice. It's got a good texture to it. We have a good spine, as always. And then the back of it's pretty simplistic, with the red and black theme still going, and the symbol on the back as well. Now, where the Steelbook really gains its legs, it's on the inside. Now, as you can see, we have Miles in comic book form in this beautiful comic art style. And just holding the Steelbook makes me so excited for the next film that's coming out. I gotta say, with the inside, it bumped it up. I was gonna do it a little bit lower because it's so simplistic, but that inside's so cool. I'm gonna give this one a 7 out of 10. And now we're gonna move on to one of the earliest Steelbooks I ever gotten, and that's gonna be Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Now, right off the bat, this has a lot of lifted textures, which I love. Again, that's so nice to have in a Steelbook. And of course, we got Baby Groot with the do not push button on the front. Like, that's just so cute. How can you go wrong? We got a decent spine with Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, and then a very disappointing back, which it just breaks my heart to see something like that. But I believe this is also another continuation one. And to take a peek of the inside of the Steelbook, we have a shot of the final battle of the film with all of the main cast on it. Now, although I'm very nostalgic about the Steelbook, and like I was a big fan when it first came out, I gotta say I'm a little bit disappointed with it, especially since the inside's just a screen capture of the film. So I gotta give this one 6.5. I'm gonna give it that 0.5 more because of the textures on the cover, but I wish they did more with this. Now, this next film is one of my favorite dramas ever, and that's gonna be Whiplash, starring Miles Teller and J.K. Simmons. Now, this movie, if you have not seen it, I promise you, it is such a fantastic film. I do want to go back one day and do a lot of reviews on these older movies, but as of now, I don't want to say too much, but it's such an amazing experience. Now, for the Steelbook, we of course have a drum symbol on the front with some blood on it, which, oh my gosh, it's so good. We have Whiplash going down here, and we have the stars named on it. One of my favorite spines. I love it again, and this is also another continuation. So let's pull it out and take a look at it as a whole, which such a beautiful Steelbook. And then if we flip it on the inside, we have a drum with blood on it as well, which, goodness, I'm blown away with how clean and well done this Steelbook is. This has to be one of my favorites. And you know what? Because of that, I'm going to give this bad boy a 9.5 out of 10. Such a fantastic film and such a fantastic Steelbook. But now we are on to the final Steelbook, ladies and gentlemen. But if you made it this far, hit me with a like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any future content coming out here. I promise you, you won't regret it. And our final Steelbook, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be Spider-Man Homecoming. This was one of the first Steelbooks I ever bought, and it just made me fall in love with just buying these and getting these from Best Buy. We have such a beautiful art style on the front with Spider-Man and Iron Man on the front, and this was actually a scene in the trailer that was cut out too, so if you haven't seen it, literally go check out the original Spider-Man Homecoming trailer. This is in it. We have a solid spine, and then we have the Vulture and Spider-Man in his OG outfit fighting on the back, which they even have Vulture's face in the background as well, which that's such a cool touch. Now, I will say that this is one of the weakest insides of a cover, but again, it's keeping in theme and I like it. I do realize most of the work went on the outside. And also the artist put his name on the cover with the art style, which I love it. And he did it in such a simplistic and beautiful way. Now, because this is my first one and the art style of this is just unbelievable. And oh my gosh, I didn't even realize it's a continuation. It's another continuation. No shot. That's so... All right, because of that, because of all this, I got to give this one a 10 out of 10. Goodness gracious, such a great Steelbook. I'm looking to get more like these because it really is just so amazing. Now, you guys, that is going to be the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. And again, if you haven't already, make sure to like and subscribe. The response to the content recently has been so amazing, and I really do appreciate you guys watching these videos. Be on the lookout for more content coming from my channel. But my name is Ben James, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace!